Hello, hello. I got closet open. How is everybody doing? Go ahead and comment below. Let me know where you are watching from today. I have a special announcement after today's training, so stick around until the end. I am so excited. As you're hopping on, say, hey, girl, hey, and let me know where you're watching from. So, I know that you have been on this whole mind, body, and soul journey, just becoming very unapologetic about your melanin skin and your kinky hair. And I am here ready to help you expand that journey even deeper through the healing of your natural hair so you can feel more confident and empowered to start each and every day. Okay. I know you haven't been able to get there because the society mindset tells us what we see in the media is what is actually beautiful, but we don't even know how to take care of our own real hair. For that reason, I am hosting a virtual natural curl workshop to help you with your natural hair. You can comment below with the word workshop, and if you are interested, and I'll tell you a little bit more after today's training. So the truth is, we're using everybody else's hair care tips, right? When we really need to be finding our own customized thing for our own natural hair, right? Comment yes if you can relate to that. Like, I feel like a lot of times we are just always asking other people what they do with their hair, not really knowing, like, is it going to help or is it not going to help? But not really going to the people that can say how you should do it, you know? So my name is Angel Barnett. I am your host and your new virtual natural hair rehab expert. I help Black women who do not want to relax their hair. They don't want to wear locks. They desire to wear their real natural hair out just to create healthy hair. And I help them by incorporating mindset and my natural hair healing formula that just helps you step into this badass, fierce, bold, unapologetic crown wearing queen that you know that you really are. And that's exactly what I'm going to be teaching you. Okay. So, right now, I'm going to be walking you through my natural hair healing framework. Blah, all right. And this helps you achieve your what I call natural hair bliss. Okay. By going to rehab, because we have to kind of reshift some things for you to help you with your hair, make it easy for you. Okay. So, my natural hair healing framework, it just helps you to it helps you to first understand your hair. It helps you to do these three things: understand your natural hair in a way to create a true healing experience, to then help you focus on your specific action steps that you should be taking, to then create a plan that's personalized to your hair and scalp needs that also fit your lifestyle. It's not just about creating something just to try. You want to make sure that it's as easy as possible and fits your lifestyle so it can be sustainable. All right. So my natural hair healing framework works you through these three tools right here to receive a healing to the deepest soul level so you can transform your whole healing hair experience, right? So write this down, jot it down, take a note if you need to. Here are the three: knowledge, technique, and consistency. You must have all three of these understood and also personalized to your and specific to who you are and what you have going on right now and any given time and situation. Okay. So without all three of these together and personalized, you get just stuck spinning around in circles, using a lot of energy, doing a lot of things with your hair, all to see like no real progress or no real results in your situation. So my natural hair healing framework, it takes you through 9 steps to receive healing of your natural hair to the deepest soul level. I'm not going to go over all 9 of them. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because you will be notified when we go over each of the steps. So for example, today is step number 6, which is how to evolve your care. Okay, so if you want to see 1 through 5, they're already on my page. And then moving forward, of course, we'll keep going until we get all 9. Okay, and then we'll just loop back around and refresh it. Okay, so today we're talking about step number 6, which is how to evolve your care. And so what you want to do with this one is you really want to look at step number 2 first. Right. So we talked about step number 2, which is learn your progression cycle. Please go back and watch that video. Like if you want to really get a good understanding of putting both of these together, that would help if you go over that training. And like I said, it's already on my page. So you'll be able to see, learn your progression cycle or something like that. But today we're going over, evolving your care. So how this works is how you care for your hair is going to be different as your hair begins to improve and shift. The reason I created this was because a lot of people, a lot of times, especially at the beginning stages of me creating systems for my clients, like they would always say, like, hey, is this normal? Like we would be doing things with their hair, and hey, is this normal? And I'd say, at the beginning, I was like, well, let me just take a note of it. So I started to just document what things were happening to my clients' hair, their scalp, and even like their mindset. And I noticed a lot of the same things happen at the same time in the same order. So I documented this. And then that's where a lot of my teachings and things come from. Like it's real evidence and things that have happened that I've studied before. I didn't just create it, it was things that I first observed from what I was doing, and then I jotted it down. And now this is just a part of the teachings that I have been teaching on for almost a decade now. So, so that's just what I'm sharing. So on your progression cycle, what your progression cycle is, it tells you what to do to get the results with your natural hair, right? And it tells you what you can expect from doing each step. So for example, in your progression cycle, there's 5 phases in that cycle, right? And so you'll do one thing and then it'll say this is what you can expect. So then you can say, hey, you can look on there and say, oh, my hair is doing this right here. Perfect. I'm on the right stage, instead of, is this normal? Is this what my hair should be doing? Like I already know, and I can tell you, this is what you should expect. It's going to happen as long as you follow the steps. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense. So it's literally, I try to make things very, very simple for my clients. So it's do this, and then these are the results you should expect, and then do this, and then this is going to happen to your hair, and then do this. It's like a cycle. It's a whole cycle. And so let me keep with my notes so we can keep going. Also, let me know if you have any questions about this. All right, but definitely refer to the learning your progression cycle, because the learning your progression cycle is going to tell you what to do to get the results. And it's already on my page. And they're quick trainings, where these trainings are not super long. They're about maybe 30 minutes tops, right? I'm trying to not have these super long. What evolve your care is going to say is, after you do all of the steps to get all the results and you got the results, now that your hair has changed and is shifting, okay, how you care for your hair is going to be different. For example, normally when somebody comes in and starts something, they do things like every so often. If somebody's hair is really damaged, maybe they get more trims, right? There's certain things that you're not going to do the same as your hair progresses. Why you want to do this? Why is this so important to make sure that you're evolving your care? And what care is? It is your hair care, either your hair care routine or your hair care products or whatever. And I don't mean like a complete overhaul of what you've been doing, but things that need to shift in order to get you to the next level. For example, of course, if your hair is damaged, maybe you need to trim your ends more often. But after you get those ends trimmed, your hair is going to feel different. Your hair is going to react different. and your hair is going to grow longer and it's going to look fuller on the ends. So maybe your hairstyle changes also need to change with that, because maybe the styles that you did before, it was to make your hair look a certain way because it wasn't as healthy. But now that your hair is healthier, you'll know, oh, okay, well, now I can kind of do something a little different because my hair is healthier, right? Let me know if that makes sense, right? Being aware of this, of making sure that you're changing how you care for your hair as your hair is changing and shifting by just following what which you should be doing, or like what I'm teaching you to do, which by the way, it's already on my page. Don't forget to subscribe also, but it's already there. Like, I'm just laying it out to you just step by step, and I'm here to guide you, okay? But like, being aware of this prevents you from reaching that plateau, right? What I found, and there was the reason why I created it, was because, and I'm actually going to go over these stages with you just so you can kind of maybe get a roundabout thought of how it works, this specifically evolving your care. But so my clients would get to a certain point, and usually like the first one is like chin or collarbone, they call it, and their hair would not grow past a certain length because of that. And so it's like, okay, now, I mean, from the studies that I've done, I'm able to say, well, hey, this is actually what you need to do instead of that. Like, oh, you're having a problem with this with your hair or whatever that is. I can relay it and tell you exactly what you need to do to get the results, because it doesn't have to be complicated, right? I don't have the 5 phases up, but I do have these 4 stages. And I'm gonna see if I can share my screen with you so you can see this as I go over it. Share screen. Here we go. All right. Okay, so as you see here, we have the 4 stages. Stage number 1. So, okay, so for example, what you want to do, you want to do the steps in your progression cycle. That's what you want to do. That's step number 2 of this whole natural hair healing framework. Okay, you want to do the cycles so you can actually get the results first. This is stage number 1 when you're in the beginning. Okay, after you start to do those things and you go through the whole cycle, this is where you're going to be at stage number 1, where you get initial improvements. So this is like literally what everybody says, and I document it every time. Think people would say certain things. This is what they would say. So if you're like, where did she get this from? These are things that my clients actually said to me. Hundreds of clients, okay? And I just summarized it and put it all on here. Okay. So this is the journey, okay? I want something different with my hair, right? And then I don't know what to do. As you continue through the cycle and doing the steps, I have the resources available to do it. Awesome. Now I'm applying the resources. Okay. Notice that these are 2 different steps. Just because you have the resources doesn't mean that you're applying them. The next thing, I'm learning about my hair, because you're going to be like, whoa, okay. And then you're going to say, oh my gosh, my hair is improving. Oh my gosh, my hair is changing. And then you're going to say, my hair is thicker and longer. Oh my gosh, I'm learning about my hair. And you're going to be like, whoa, what is going on? So by the time you get to the end of this, you'll be doing a new cycle, right? You'll be doing all of the things that you need to do to get your hair to get improvement. You're going to be doing that again. That's learning your progression cycle. It's just do that, okay? Then you're going to step into stage number 2. All right. Realizing possibilities. The reason why I put this here is because a lot of my new clients, both online and in person, are like at the salon. Some people want results with their hair, but they're not really sure that they can actually get results. So they're almost in denial of thinking, my hair is going to be like this forever. Doesn't matter what I'm going to do, because I've tried all the things, I've tried all the products, and my hair has never changed, or it got worse, or just nothing, right? So when they get presented an opportunity for things to be simple, and then it just to be a step-by-step system, they're still like, Okay, sure. But they're not realizing that they can really get results until they get to this point. And that's after they've gotten a lot of results. And then they're like, okay, let me do this again. And then they start the cycle over. Okay. So this is what this is. Stage number 2. They're going to be saying, my hair is changing. And then I don't know what to do with it. The reason why you're going to be saying that, because you're going to be having a lot more hair. And by the time you get to this point, you may have, it's not that you may have more hair than what you're used to. You may have more healthy hair than what you're used to. So your hair is a lot fuller, it's a lot thicker, it's more luscious and all that. So you may not be used to caring for that type of hair. Hence why you need to learn how to evolve your care, because as your hair changes, you need to know what changes to do with your hair care to keep you going, because you don't want to stay stagnant. That's what this whole thing is about, making sure that you're progressing and continuing going through the stages so you can get to your dream natural hair. Okay. After that, it's going to be like, okay, I have the resources to do, what I need to do. All right, I'm going to apply those resources. And then it's back again. I'm learning about my hair. My hair's grown, my hair's improving. My hair's changing. My hair is thicker and longer. Oh my gosh, I have a lot of hair. And you'll be like, oh my gosh, this is something different. And then by this time, sometimes people are like, you know what? It don't really have to be this long. We don't have to do this. And it's funny, a client of mine, this is definitely where she is now. Like, she's seen the changes in her hair, and you know who you are if you're watching this. I'm sure you know who you are. Like, she knows, what she wants from her hair. We've been able to get the look that I was going for with her hair, and then she's like, all right, you can cut it. Like, really, like her stage her stage 3 here is normally a stage number 4, but she was like, you know what? I know it can grow, and she knew her hair could grow, but it's like, you know what? My hair, it's cool, it's healthy. We can just cut it and keep it short. Like, just have it fun, have it long in the fun areas and all that. But like, I know what it can do, you know. So continual growth is here. Okay. After you get to continual growth, this is the kicker. Okay. After you finish that, you get to make my own decisions. Why you get to make your own decisions? Because you could always first of all, you could have always been making your own decisions and probably have been by this time, but you really get to see that a lot of the things that were possibly holding you back before is not holding you back. So you get to think in your mind, you will have a lot of mind blocks lifted off. Like, if anything was blocking you from doing things with your hair, it's going to be lifted up because you have more faith in your hair as well. And this is very powerful. There we go. All right. So that 4th stage, this is the magic. So you really get to choose what you want to do. I'm ultimately satisfied with my progress. Now cut it. That's usually what people say. Or I wonder how long it can get. If it's the whole, you know what, we can cut it, and then we just go back to stage number 2 and 3, and then it's just really just deciding what you want from your hair. And if you want to do, see how long it can get, then you repeat stage 3, and that's it, because it's just going to keep changing and changing and changing. And so, like with this, like what I teach in my online program that helps you like create more manageability in your hair, you get to learn, like, what are the things that I need to change? What is it that I need to change with my hair care to get me to that next step? Because odds are, wherever you are with your hair, if you feel like you've been there for a while, this completely shifts it. After you start learning your progression cycle and seeing those changes with your hair, and then changing how you care for your hair as it's improving on a consistent base, then you're golden. That's it. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. I don't make anything complicated. I'm here to simplify everything for you. Okay. My natural hair healing framework, it just guides you through creating that less chaotic, less stressful, life that you've always known was possible for you. And it really just gives you more freedom, more choices, and more confidence overall to just show up in life the way that you want to, because you're not so stressed out about your hair. Like, it's literally one less thing to stress out about. Okay. So now for my special announcements. Okay, so I am hosting a virtual workshop to help with your natural hair. It's going to help you to understand, overall living life as a curly girl. This workshop is going to be next Thursday, and I'll be answering all of your questions that you have about wearing your natural hair, or wearing your hair in its curly state, like in a wash and go, or even if you don't know if you can do that, it'll be okay. We are going to go over the following. I thought I had an extra thing on there. I do not. So we're going to go over the specific type of products to use to get your natural curls to pop. So if you feel like you haven't been able to get your curls to pop, this is going to tell you the exact specific type of products that you need to be using. Okay. We're also going to go over how to prevent your hair from drying out and breaking off so that you can finally grow your hair longer and then grow it stronger. Okay. And then we're going to go over how to turn your wash day into a shampoo hour. All right. You can comment with the word workshop below to claim your ticket. Or I do have the link. I forgot, I just put it up there. I do have the link on the screen, bit.ly/curl workshop. And I'll go ahead and put that in the comments also. I don't know if these are ever like hyperlinked, or what is it called? Like clickable. Curl workshop. All right. So I look forward to personally connecting with you there. I don't see any questions on this side. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, at Angel Barnett. Actually, it's Angel's Healthy Spa. And then here on YouTube at Angel Barnett. All right. Y'all have a great day. And I hope to see you at the workshop. Bye.